What is up, YouTube? Scrammy here, coming at you with some more video of the Sonim XP8. Now, a lot of my videos are smash and bash. I also have a few videos showing how the phone functions and such. So I try to keep things pretty unbiased. I don't want, people to think I'm hyping stuff up that shouldn't be. That's why I kind of give the ups and downsides of the device. Well, I'm basically just throwing this out there because personally, these are just the directions that I think Sonim should go. Now, we all know that it's kind of a niche phone, that it's not a mass market phone. It's not for the young and the hip and all that. We've established that, but because it's, not a major phone, there's obviously things that they're not gonna take the time to put into it. But I think that with just a little tweaking of a few things, that this Sonim would be really popular. Obviously, they sell a lot for like fleet sales or like businesses. So at a construction site, somebody will buy a couple hundred of them for all the workers and everybody just uses them in security, and that's all great. And I'm not saying this because I want Sonim to go that direction. I don't want Sonim to sell out and just start making trash. I do love that the phone is virtually unbreakable. I mean, it takes all kinds of abuse. But the few things that, I would like to see is, it's designed as, like a tough, hard work phone, or like when I go out, say, ATVing or out hunting and things like that, I like having the phone knowing that, God forbid I fall off a four-wheeler or, I get covered in mud, that this phone is still going to work. I'll still have, I have the protection to know that no matter what happens, the phone will still be there. Well, what I'm trying to get out of this is that Sonim should put in some like outdoor apps. Like, you don't have to go mainstream. We don't need, Instagram, blah, blah. I could care less about all that stuff. I do like to go online. I do use Facebook and watch YouTube and stuff like that. But if you could throw in some like outdoorsy apps, like different like compasses, even something with like constellations like stars, or like hunting seasons or things like that, just something that like the barometric pressure, built-in temperature gauge, just things to make it a little more outdoorsy, like give you some features that a regular phone might not have. So if you're out friggin' exploring somewhere, that you could actually use the functionality of the phone in some other way than to just make a call if you get lost or something. I had a Casio Gs1 many years ago, and it had features like that. It had a lot of outdoorsy apps and a built-in thermometer, barometer, all that stuff. Yeah, you could just download a weather app, but sometimes it's just kind of neat to have it built into the phone. And, that's just one way I could see Sonim going if they want to maybe expand the market just a little bit. Just a lot of people have no idea who or what Sonim is. Like at my work, when I bring in the Sonim phone, people are like, what is that? They're like, I've never heard of that in my life. And it's crazy because I've known about them forever, but you don't really see any sort of marketing. You don't really, besides a few things online, they're not really putting themselves out there. And I mean, I understand that that's really not their image. They're not the out there crazy people, but I mean, they watch my videos and they seem to appreciate that I'm actually out there testing their product. Well, my thing is don't you want more people doing that? Like, you want to get, your name out there a little bit more? I mean, you could even, sell t-shirts or something. Get the younger crowd mixed in with it. We don't have to go, full 180. Like I said, it's not going to be like iPhone, but, you get few more people in, you get more opinions, you can, judge how you want and which way things should go. When it comes to like the screen size on this thing, it's about 5 inches. That's not horrible. I mean, it's HD. You can watch Netflix or scroll YouTube and Facebook, and that's all well and good. I I don't really have a problem with that. The screen, you know, looks pretty good. It's fairly crisp. I would like to see maybe a little bit bigger screen next time. Maybe we can go to like 5.5 inches, just slightly bigger. We don't want to go too big because, you know, then you're asking for the glass to break easier. So that's a little bit of a trade-off. Do we want to go bigger screen, or, you know, there's 2020. There's ways to make a bigger screen stronger. I mean, it's not like it's impossible. When it comes to like build quality and like weight and stuff, I don't mind it. It is a pretty heavy phone. I mean, you could literally, you pick this thing up and you're like, oh, it's a beast. It is heavy. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's a heavy phone, but you know, I kind of like it. I do like the odd charm of this phone. It just stands out. It's strange. It's not something that you normally see. Most of the time when you go to the phone store, you know, it's sleek, shiny, and smooth, whereas this is like rugged and bulbous and just like, what is that? And that's what I like about it. So when it comes to like the thickness, and sure, you could make it a little thinner if you wanted, or, you know, change up the shape a little bit, but part of it looking like this is the charm of it, I think. It's just like, you pull this thing out and everyone's like, what is that? It's crazy. I've never seen that. And then you just proceed to tell them that they won't be able to break it, and you hand it over to them and they chuck it against the wall a few times, and there you go. It's selling itself. I mean, the speakers on this phone are incredibly loud. They're very loud, but I would like to see some sort of improvement. They are loud and they don't sound terrible, but if we could work in a little bit finer quality of sound out of the speakers, that would be good. I mean, again, that's a personal preference. I mean, it's good that it's very loud, so when it rings you can hear it, but I kind of like the fact that you can put music on this and listen to it all day. It won't kill the battery, but I would like it to just have a more balance. It's very bassy, which isn't a bad thing. Everybody loves bass, but I mean, I would like to just see a little bit more high fidelity sound coming out of it. That would be nice, a more well-rounded sound. It's kind of hard when you are working with such a ridiculous shape, but you know, something like that, a little bit of an improvement on the sound side, that would be cool. When it comes to like the camera and everything, yeah, it's definitely not that great. I mean, it takes pictures, and that's all you can say, is that they're pictures and they're on there. And the video, it's toss. It's not really horrible, but it's also not really great at all. So, you know, these are minor improvements that could sway the vote for some people. A lot of people really like the rugged, tough phone, but then they don't really want to sacrifice, you know, well, I used to be able to take pictures of this or that, or, you know, things like that. They don't really want to shy away from that. They're going to go from a phone that even other mid-range phones have pretty solid cameras on them. Now, I know, again, it's not the market that Sonim's going for, but if they do improve upon these things, they will be able to sell a whole lot more. The more they get it out there, and the more they can, you know, put little things on there. You know, you get a better front-facing camera, you know, a better shooter on the back. I mean, these are all things. This is a phone, an outdoors phone. So if you're out hiking and you see something really cool and you got your Sonim, well, you want to take a picture. I mean, it kind of seems like, yeah, we should put a better camera in this. This is a selling point. This will definitely, you know, make things better. But again, it is not a mass market phone, but I feel like Sonim could rebrand. They don't have to rebrand. I shouldn't say that. They could expand their horizons. They could get more going with the phone. Personally, like I said, they do have some good things in it, and they've already done the virtually unbreakable part. I mean, you got the 3-year unconditional warranty. You've got this phone is like it is just a brick. It's insanely tough. Now, if you can keep that formula and just tweak just a little bit, we could just get a little bit better sound, get the quality of the video pictures up a little bit boosted, maybe get some apps in here to go along with the whole outdoors theme, or just to add a little bit more of a flair, just so it's something that could entice more people to come into the community of Sonim. We could make the screen a little bit bigger. Every model should come with improvements, and this XP8 has come miles ahead of what the XP7 was. I mean, the XP7, it was cool because it was like the first ultra rugged smartphone. Like when I saw Sonim was making it, I was like, holy cow, that's freaking awesome. But when you compare that to other smartphones that were out at the time, I mean, it was pretty bad. But it was also really cool because to me it just stood out and was like, oh my goodness, look at this freaking thing. It's a tank. And so then they came out with the XP8 some years later, and this is a whole hell of a lot of improvement from the XP7. Most definitely improved. Bigger screen, better screen, more memory, better sound, all that. So if they come up with a XP9, which I'm sure at some time they eventually will, we hope. I would imagine that this has been out for 2 years now, maybe. So I would think they're cooking something up, and you can't ask me because they don't tell me either. I'd love to get some insider information for you guys, or some sort of leak of anything, that what's to come, but personally I haven't heard anything yet. I imagine, yes, we will definitely see something, but what it'll be, I don't know yet. So the biggest things, like I said, just minor improvements. I mean, you've got the formula for the tough phone 100% down. Now we just need the screen reworked a little bit, the video quality. I mean, the battery life is stellar. I mean, you get a phone with a little bit bigger screen. I mean, the phone itself is a little bit taller or wider. You're looking, you could stuff a bigger battery in it, and that's cool too. So there wouldn't be a trade-off of getting a little bit bigger screen or getting a little more high definition into it. But I mean, if you're just watching Netflix and stuff, I mean, the screen's plenty clean enough. It's not a iPhone or Samsung, whatever. It is what it is, but it's really not that bad. And it's got a good grip to it, so I'm just trying to get a little of other people's opinions on what they think that could be improved upon. And I would hope that we could get Sonim to see this video, just so we could talk about this and just put it out there, like what I basically said with putting things on there that more outdoorsy or anything like that, just something to give it more of a niche than just like security, construction, and that's like the base of their sales. But if they're looking to really expand, just a few tweaks and they could be starting something way bigger. I'm not saying sell out. What I'm just saying is improve just a few things on this device, and you could be selling a whole heck of a lot more. Like, personally, I love the phone. I just think there's just a weird charm about having this big clunky monster of a phone. So if we could just get these few things worked out and worked on, I think the Sonim could have something really special. And I hope for these coming years, or hopefully they should come out and show us, at least give us a taste of something new. And maybe, just maybe, we could see some actual improvements, and maybe you won't be the only person walking around with a Sonim, or you'll be walking down the street and someone might say, hey, is that a Sonim phone? I mean, that's all it takes is just a little sway, not a full transition, just a little. Keep it what it is. It's not a mainstream, but give it just a little more juice, just a little more to it. And I really think that you're going to sway a lot more people to come in and use the phone. I mean, your warranty and everything, it's crazy. So come on, Sonim. I know you're listening. I know you're watching. Just hear me out. Hear all of us out. Look at the comments that get posted down here, and just think about it. Get your stuff, and whatever you guys are working on, we'd like to see some improvements. So keep it going. I know we can get more people involved. I know you'll sell a whole lot more. Just keep working at it, and hopefully we get an XP9 and it's going to be better than this. It'll just continue to improve. So come on guys, let's hope for the best. Scrammy's out of here. Peace. Alright guys, so one more thing before I go. I just wanted to say that, you know, my testing is gonna always continue, but I wanted to just make like a little open forum in the comments. If there's something that you'd like me to test or somehow test it, and it's something, you know, that something can reasonably be done, go ahead and comment it down, and I can work on doing or these experiments or tests for you guys, so it gives you something else to look forward to. I don't mind trying to do new things. I mean, that's the whole point of the channel, is to see how much this phone is going to take before it actually breaks. So if you guys have any questions or comments, or there's something you want to see, go ahead and throw it down in the video. If you like my videos, go ahead, like and subscribe. Like I said before, hopefully Sonim watches this, sees all this stuff, and we can get them to continue and make some better stuff. Scrammy's out.